Yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? It's your boy BrendanMushi. Time for another breakdown. New Year's Eve. Let's get it. Last breakdown of 2020. Unfortunately, we didn't get a new character reveal this time, but we're talking about Anji. He's the main star of this show right now because I think the core of this character is intact. Arxis does a pretty good job of that, but we're going to talk about what he no longer has, what he still has, etc., etc. But I do know I'm excited to play him. He's definitely drippy, that's for sure. So we do know he's dripping sauce out the gate. Arxis makes that very apparent. He's still shirtless. He has to show off his big titty man milkers, and he's got extra belt buckles. So everybody who knows me knows I'm a huge fan of the belt buckles in obnoxious Guilty Gear fashion. So I'm a huge fan of that. But overall, he looks pretty much the same. Instead of the white bandages for the head wrap, my dude got himself a bandana, nice stylish blue bandana. He's got this like black undershirt. Instead of just being like completely shirtless, he's got this like super crop top black undershirt here, and instead of rocking just all blue, my dude's got the black pants, so he's rocking the black and blue right now, so looking pretty drippy. Okay, so back to the gameplay. Starts off with a counter hit 2H. It launches, but the thing about this is I don't think that it actually launches. If you actually notice here, Giovanna's going into a move that makes her airborne. Boom, she gets hit while she's traveling, which I'm assuming this move is airborne. She does like a flying kick, right? Kind of like a riot stamp that Soul has. And then she gets counter hit with 2H. Boom, gets launched into the sky. And my assumption here is that it doesn't actually launch, but that's just you know, a byproduct of her being in the air. We've seen this juggle before, run at 5P, run at 5P, excuse me. We've seen that in Foss trailers, so I feel like it's something a lot of characters can do. Kind of reminds me of Mortal Kombat. That's how you kind of get juggled in that game. This normal right here is a new normal. This is looks like his 2K because his previous 2K he attacked you with the fan. It was a little bit different than this one. And then he cancels into Slash Fujin. Boom. And then Slash Fujin, if you don't know, so Fujin is this move right here where Anji hits you with both of his fans. You see the green energy. Once this move hits, Anji has multiple follow-ups by pressing a button that he can do after it. They're not shown here, but you do see an example of it a bit later on. That is 5H. And look at the range on that normal. Still has good range. Yo, my dude got the Christmas tree on his back. My dude is shredded. Does not skip a day at the gym. 5H, and then this is the startup of Heavy Slash Fujin. So the same move I just was looking at, this is the Heavy Slash version, has way more startup. It's known for having invulnerability properties. Sometimes people refer to it as like a horizontal DP because you can blow through projectiles and pokes, and Soul is about to hit him with a close slash, boom, gets counter hit, and then that's the follow-up that I was talking about. That's the K follow-up where he just leaps after you, and then he gets a follow-up combo. So the thing about this here that I want to note is that typically I'm not sure if this is really showing off the invul frames or not, and the reason why I'm not sure is because previously, if I'm not mistaken, his invul frames were more so towards the like start, like right here. Normally this is where the invul would be, but then by the time he gets to you, normally you can actually hit him. I don't know if this has been changed or if Soul is actually getting hit before his move comes out. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. It looks, yeah, I don't know. It does look as though Anji's hitting Soul before Soul hits him. That's what it looks like to me. Either way, counter hit, K follow up to catch up to him, bounce off the wall. That's close slash, 2H, into what is kind of a new move, but not really. So that move right there, where he spins up into the air, this move could only be done as a follow-up to Anji's auto guard. If you don't know how Anji works, in previous games, his specific normals that he has and special moves that he has have an auto guard on it, meaning if you hit him, kind of like armor, he absorbs the attack. But not only that, if you press a follow-up attack button while you're absorbing it, my dude will do a follow-up. He'll be like, oh, excuse me, were you trying to play this fighting game? Well, that's too bad because you don't get to. And so he does a follow-up of his own. And this move was one of those follow-ups, and it has invulnerability frames like a DP. So basically, he would be doing a move, you would hit him out of it. Instead of him actually taking the hit, he would armor it and then press a button to just DP you for free. However, he could only do it if he absorbed an attack. He couldn't just do it canceling off of a button, but in Strive he can. That's him. He's not getting hit. He's doing a combo, and he can just do it. And if you notice, there's no animation of him doing anything beforehand. He just does it. So it looks like this has become its own move now. And if it still retains its invul properties, Anji has a DP. So just think about that. Maybe. So that's his taunt. That's a new normal. My assumption is that this normal is his 6P. Reason is because he literally uses it as an anti-air, and I don't know, I feel like Arxis kind of is pretty strategic about the moves they show in their trailers. We've already seen his 2H, we've seen his 5H, so we can assume it's probably not a heavy normal. We've seen his close slash, so I mean it could be anything really, but my assumption here is that this is 6P. And counter hits, you know, we converting. So this right here, just like the DP upspin that I mentioned, this is the other follow-up that Anji can do. And this is one where he moves horizontally, and he's able to blow through attacks with this one. So in the same manner as the upward one, it looks like he can just do this one too. And again, it doesn't look like he starts doing another move and then follows up into this one. He just does it raw. But then what's crazy is my dude goes back into the DP? Like, I'm so confused about this. Like, he does 6P, then he does and this move right here has guard properties on it. And you could tell because it happens multiple times in the trailer. If Anji does this move in neutral right here where he's spinning, if you hit him, he will auto guard it. Not only will he auto guard it, but he'll be able to do follow-ups, including that DP, and another one that we'll see later on in the trailer, another follow-up too. But it seems like he can just cancel into this. So basically he can just go into this guard point spin, and if you touch him, he can do follow-ups. But he can do the follow-ups even if you don't touch him. So it's kind of like, I feel like it kind of reminds me of like Jam's command dash. Like he can now just like do it, you know, kind of like a Jam command dash, and then from here he can go into multiple moves, such as that DP. And not only that, he recovers after it with jump K, and then he could go for an air dash combo, but just opts for the jump D, which just blasts him away. And that jump D is an interesting button because it changes his momentum in the air too. So as you can see, he like blows him back a little bit. So you can do some tricky stuff with that. And I'd like to see some jump D mix up with drift RC. I feel like you could do some really tricky stuff, going left and then right and back to left. You know the drill. My dude doing the dance of his people. Yeah, I like that combo. Very reminiscent of classic Anji. Close slash, jump K, air dash, jump slash, jump heavy slash. It's the knockdown. Put him in the blender. And you know my man's was mashing Shitsu right there. You know he's mashing it. You know he wants Butterfly Okie. Which we'll see Butterfly Okie in a bit. You know I got hype when I saw that. This is a win animation. Deuces. Another win animation. Alright, so blocks low. So this is interesting. So right here, remember that move I said before that's kind of like a Jam command dash? Like he can just do it and then he has follow-ups, right? But not only does he have follow-ups, it has a guard point, he has follow-ups on width, it seems, and he has follow-ups on guard point. So he just does it and he's like, if you hit me, I'm going to do guard point follow-ups. If you don't hit me, I'm just going to do whatever follow-up I feel like it. That's what it looks like to me. But you can see the symbol here, this little glow representing that Axel hit him and activated his guard point. Now we get to see him actually press a button upon hitting his guard point. And this does a new move we hadn't seen that he didn't have before. This movement clearly makes him invulnerable to attacks because Axel cancels the attack that got guard pointed into the second part of the sickle flash, and it completely goes through Anji. And then Anji punishes him with a throw. So if you guard point him, he can go into a follow-up that makes him completely invulnerable, which he could always do. His follow-ups would be invulnerable in order to blow through the attacks. But this invulnerable follow-up doesn't actually have a hit. It just allows him to just invul whatever you're doing, get in, get the scoop, and then he gets Butterfly Okie. And so the Butterfly Okie is really crucial to running your pressure game with Anji. What it does is the Butterfly travels, and as soon as it hits on the opponent, it flies up into the air. It's kind of hard to see, and at first I was worried that the Butterfly just disappears on hit, but you can actually see it right here if you can see my mouse. If you like trace around it, you can actually see the Butterfly fly up. It's hard to see with the block animation, but believe me, I have my best scientists on the case. I was scrutinizing that shit, and I saw that the butterfly did fly up, and once it flies up, it comes back down and lands on their head. So I wonder if Anji and Milia will have some loopable Okies. So for those of you like myself who just like to play a single-player game, Anji might be the character for you. If you want to make big brain plays with guard point, put people in the blender with Okie, have really good normals, this might be your character. So, as you can see here, same thing he did to Axel. Guard point. He's like, oh man, did you just DP out of pressure and hit me? Wow. Imagine being rewarded for that decision, you dumbass. And then he just rolls to the other side, invulns it completely, punishes it with a raw super. And I think I can speak for everyone when I say that super is so pretty. He puts the fans out, lets everybody see inside of it. Looks really cool. And then we don't get to see the actual super animation, but there we go. That's the Anji trailer. So yeah, overall, I think, and I talk a lot about how in this game they are toning down a lot of the characters, and I'm actually pretty impressed with a lot of the stuff that he retained. The butterfly Okie still seems to be intact. A lot of his key normals are still there. Trust me, there's a lot of things that Anji had that we didn't see him have in this trailer, but it's the same thing with Leo. Remember, in Leo's trailer, I don't think they showed his fireball, if I remember correctly. They didn't show it, but when they actually played matches, he had it. So I'm sure Anji does have more stuff that just wasn't shown in this trailer here. But yeah, overall, he looks sick. I think he's among one of the characters that I would be looking forward to playing. He's still got Fujin, still has follow-ups to Fujin. He may have a DP now, potentially. He's got great normals in neutral, and as far as anti-airing people, sick combos that lead into Okie. Great ways to stop people from pressing shit in neutral. So yeah, he's gonna be really annoying for people to fight against, and really rewarding for big galactic brain players. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this breakdown, and I will catch you in the new year with some new content. Thanks. Peace out.